And we're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast. I am your co-host, Danny Gallardo.
And I am Ricky Liordi. And this week we had an old pal of mine, Chris Soffee, on the podcast. I've known Chris for probably a decade or so. We used to party a lot together. And I was recently on his podcast called Z Podcast. And we had a really good time. So we said, Chris, let's get you on mine so I could hear your stories, because he is an amazing storyteller and one of the most entertaining people I know.
I just got Soffee for you. Just like were speedy saying that.
Yeah,
that was like quick.
We're
not
in a rush.
bad.
No,
but
I'm kidding.
We're not in a rush.
No, we're not in a rush at all. No, but Chris, he's got stories for days, and he's the type of guy that he can light up a room with his presence. He is very entertaining. He's a sports bettor, but also he's an investor in a couple other things.
Like there was a lot of things we weren't planning on talking about either, and somehow the story ended up there.
Yeah,
and it was fine. And please take with a grain of salt my political comments.
Oh my God, don't apologize. Blah, boring. No, we had some fun. We told some stories. We had a good time on this. Do you know what? This is the part we love about the podcast. We sit down with people and you have no idea where the conversation's going to go. There were some times where I was listening. I was like, how did we get there? I have no idea, but I'm here for it. Again, like I said, Chris is an entertainer through and through. And if you see his podcast, you see what he does on social media, you can just tell he's that type of guy.
And the hour went by so quickly.
Yeah,
I think it was
really
just
did.
truly entertaining from start to finish. So I think that's it, Rick.
Yeah. So, Danny, what do we say?
Let's fucking go.
We got brand deals, bro. We got some brand deals, bro. We getting paid. We getting paid over here. We got to get a sponsor for the pod, though. That's our next thing.
Yeah, I should start getting paid too, but I'm lazy. Anyways.
Well, Chris, we've been friends for what? Almost a decade. No, not a decade, but we're actually, Chris. Summer of 2015 was when we became buddies.
It's been almost 10
Lost
years.
and found EFS, like, religiously.
Yeah, I thought about that. So I had a bad drinking night on Friday. Like, bad, good.
Yeah, bad, good.
Bad, good. Saturday, bad.
Friday, good.
Friday, good. Friday, good. Friday night, no pain. Saturday, all day, was a fucking zombie.
Where'd you go?
Can I curse?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm looking here. Where am I looking?
It's gone. It's gone.
Sorry. Yeah, but it's not the same. Like when those days, we'd rally, we'd go. Now it's tough. It's a lot to wake up Saturday and to try to operate. And I had to schmooze Saturday. I had to schmooze parents and aunts and uncles at a family event. Tough, especially when you're hungover. And it hits. It hits. Now it hits. It didn't hit 10 years ago when I met you. We were young. We were good looking. Still am, actually. But
You know what's crazy? I can still fucking go.
really?
Yeah.
He's an alien.
You're in better shape than me.
I
gotta get in
did
better
Saturday. We had a wedding, basically drinking all day long, all like till
Italian?
1 or 2. Yeah, Italian and Egyptian wedding actually.
shape. Wow.
Do you know Maria Habashi?
Marina.
Marina, sorry,
Crazy calling her the wrong name.
I got it wrong there for a second. I don't know why. Just at the fucking wedding too.
You were literally in the wedding party.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what's his name's girl, no?
Mike Dirkles.
Mike Dirkles. That's who his wedding was. Yeah,
Oh, Mike got married.
Yeah, Mike got
King Street
married.
Mike.
King Street Mike.
Shout out King Street Mike.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So it was that wedding. I woke up the next morning at like 10, had breakfast, played pickleball for like 6 hours straight.
No, you own the team. See, yeah, you're built different. You are. You look good though. You look great.
my
You're
best.
aging. Sorry, you're aging the wrong way, which is good. You're Benjamin Buttoning the whole
See,
world.
these are the type of guests we need on the podcast.
No, this
People-
is way too
People
much.
just come in here and compliment me within the first 5 minutes of an episode. This is
You
how
know,
every
listen,
episode
you
should
did
start.
my pod a month ago. You were great. Oh, everyone knows you, by the way. Everyone messaging me saying, I know pretty Rick over there. I got in his DMs, you got in mine, whatever the case was. Everyone,
never
a lot of
know.
girls are big fans.
Well, that's my audience.
Yeah.
Like your audience is like all men, probably. Mine is mostly women.
I actually got shit talked to me about not having enough women on the pod, on my pod.
So you got to get some on.
I know, but not to say there's not a powerful woman in the city, but show me the woman that wants to come on and talk about whatever. Like I've had a couple, but not like 80% men.
Do you know what? Even ours, we have more men than women.
I'm not sexist, but I love women.
No, I know what you mean. It's just you end up chatting with more men than you chat
I'm
with
sitting on a
women.
couch with a woman right now. How
Yeah.
can I be sexist? I'm the more.
He's him.
I am him. No, but yeah, you show me those women. Show me anyone that's not scared to sit down and talk in front of a camera. Actually, there's very.
I'm sitting
few.
right here.
Well, listen.
But no, I don't want to come on your podcast.
Listen, yeah, anyone's welcome. Doors are open always. But it's people don't like this. They get nervous. They go, but yeah.
But no, I'm like yours was a blast. It's always good catching up with old friends too.
Well, liquid courage always helps, Rick.
Yeah, we had a couple shots of tequila.
I was a couple more away from going.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I wish we could go out tonight. Unfortunately,
it's okay. We're gonna reschedule Med Mondays.
I owe you a Med Monday for sure. And I'm here all summer for some reason. That's weird. Are you going anywhere?
We got George's wedding. George's wedding in Greece. Yeah. So I got 8 days in Greece.
Yeah.
Montevasia. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
Danny's the maid of honor.
I was waiting.
I couldn't think about it for a second.
You're Becca Hernandez?
Yeah.
Maid of honor. Yeah. Wow. Are she? What do you call it? Bridezilla or no?
Not at all.
Really?
George is Groomzilla.
Is George Groomzilla? I don't know. Is George Groomzilla?
No, she's really calm.
Is she?
She's
That's
good.
then.
Who is Impact cleaning up the wedding or no?
Impact's cleaning up the wedding.
Shout out Impact.
They're working. They're working.
Shout out that ball game we ran at Scotiabank. We should run that back. We should get.
Oh, that was sick.
Good.
That was when the boys were like really grooving though.
Yeah.
Like we were going out.
We were on the same team.
Yeah, we were. We were
2 nights a week.
We were going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, steady.
2 nights a
And
day.
we were all working, operating.
Yeah, it was fucked.
The good old days.
Yeah, we were all downtown. It was.
Everybody was downtown, and basically everybody was single too.
Yeah, a lot of people are married now.
Everybody's married.
And you still somehow are just
plugging away,
slipping and sliding. Should we ask the female in right here why he's not?
Because he's choosing to be.
Really?
I think right now he is. Yes.
Oh, currently, yeah.
I think currently right now he's choosing to be.
But why?
I was in a relationship like a couple months ago, a few months back,
and
didn't work, and it's just
I think it's a summer bounce back happening right now.
Are you getting last summer of Ricky?
No. I'm barely even drinking right now, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, like I've drank since the breakup. I've drank maybe like 4 or 5 times. That's it. In like the last like few months.
So we need a night.
I'm just like shredded right now. Right now I'm just like working away. I've got a couple other projects.
I just feel like you had to like work on personal things first, and like you focused on professional work, and then I think at the end of the summer is when you're gonna kind of jump back into things.
Absolutely, just go off the deep end. No, I'm kidding.
Sweet. No.
But no, it's just when you're. It's not saying that I can't function hungover, because I can function better than most people hungover. It's just between pickleball, metric, working out, the podcast, this other project I'm working on. I just found myself like I don't have the want or the need to go out drinking. Like Canada Day weekend, I stayed in the entire weekend.
Really?
I worked out every day, twice a day. I cold plunged, went for walks. I worked on my projects. I was working on pickleball stuff, working on podcasts, working on metric stuff. Like just
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things have just been busy too in general.
Like
even
everybody's just busy though.
Yeah.
And it gets back to the idea of like, I was going to ask you why you started yours, but one of the reasons me and George, when we originally started the podcast, was because the older we get, the busier we get. If you think life is going to slow down in the future, it won't. Not until you're retired. Life doesn't slow down. And when you are retired, there's so many other things that you'll probably have like grandkids by the time you're retired, or you'll be wanting to travel or do nothing. So life literally never slows down. That's why we said, okay, we're going to do the podcast so we can sit down once a week for an hour and have each other's undivided attention. I think I actually said this on yours. In what world do you get someone's undivided attention for an hour?
Doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
Doesn't happen. It's super hard now with the phones.
Like when you put your phone on airplane mode to sit down and talk to somebody. Never.
You don't.
Never.
It's even when you're at dinner, like you still don't get that time with someone. Even if you're one-on-one doing other things, there's always things going around that you're not going to actually have that one-on-one actual speaking time.
Yeah.
One thing I actually do though, when I'm on dates, like I don't check my phone. Phone goes on out of my pocket, face down, and I will not check my phone unless she goes to the bathroom. That's the only time I check my phone.
Yeah.
Because if I go to the bathroom, I'll leave my phone on the table just to set a principle.
Yeah, I'm the same. I hope she has a weak bladder though. Like if she goes 4 or 5 times,
yeah, you're okay.
I gotta.
My man's gotta check his bets, eh?
I gotta check the bets. It's a lot. I gotta say where the boys going tonight. Once I drop off at home, whatever. You know, you're trying to be good. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, keep the mic close.
But
don't even think about it. Don't even think about grabbing that phone.
No, I'm just looking.
Don't even think about it.
Do not disturb. No, it's good. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Not a lot of people spend a lot of time getting to know people anymore. Like you're just like I'm addicted to my phone. I'm just addicted to it.
Am I?
We all are. Like I can't live without it. I mean, if I literally check on planes before I fly if there's Wi-Fi, because I can't even do like
you can't do without a plane.
Can't that whole raw dogging thing that people are trying to
ridiculous.
Okay,
I don't even think it's real,
guys. I do it almost every flight.
That's no, you're fucking nuts.
My phone's half the time dead, or it's gonna be dead. I always like forget a charger like in my bag somewhere else, or it's too hard to reach. But I also fall asleep instantly as soon as I sit on a plane.
Okay.
That's not raw dogging.
Not raw dogging.
It's not
But if I
raw
wake
dogging.
up,
You're a fake raw dogger. Sorry, this is not a sexual episode either. We're not talking about nothing. But no, can you explain to her what raw dogging is?
okay, yes, you're supposed to sit there and not watch anything, not do anything.
Look at the
you just sit
fucking
there. Look
safety
at
card. You're supposed to look at the safety card in front of you.
No, they're supposed to look at the flight map.
The flight map.
map.
Worse, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but it's like,
It's not real. You can't do it. Don't
You
lie.
can't fall asleep.
No one does it. There's no one actually physically. You can't see anyone doing it.
you know what I just saw a TikTok of? Someone went to a rave. He stayed 13 hours in Ibiza, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing, just stared at the stage. Do you think that's real?
I think raw dogging.
Yeah,
worse.
no, I think that's real.
Yeah.
People love music that much.
He just stared at the stage, though.
Yeah, no, I could go to maybe not for 13 hours, but
13
I could go to a concert
hours.
with no booze and just watch the performer if you love music that much.
Yeah, that's not as bad as raw dogging. Raw dogging is like,
Raw dogging is like psychopathic.
yeah, and I don't think people actually do it. I think it's just a trend. I think it's just a fad. I don't know why we got onto raw dogging, but
Neither do I. But I want to ask, okay, why'd you start your podcast? The podcast.
The podcast, yeah. Like, why did I start it? I had some free time after the Super Bowl. I bet on sports for a living, so after the Super Bowl, I had some free time, and I had a theater in my parents' house that was soundproof and had great lighting. I Googled it. That was two things you needed, like good sound and good lighting. And the first episode I did was a fucking mess. Like, it was a mess. I had this guy who was like a wedding video guy who I just found through a family friend, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And my dad and my mom were there. They were my first guests. And I just said, let's just try it. Let's just go. Let's just do it. And I actually had a great, I love my parents. They're great. Like, they're like your parents. They're like to laugh, drink, talk. And it actually went well, all things considered. And then my producer / whatever guy quit. And so I was like, that was fun.
He's like, fuck this. I can't take this anymore.
Didn't show up for episode 2. Didn't show up. And then I got blessed with finding producer Terry, who you obviously know and met, who's a legend. And I mean, I'm not really answering your question, but I'm just telling you, like, it was an idea / concept that I kind of makeshift put it together. I love talking to people. So put a camera in front of me, I'll do it. And add in all the production that producer Terry and everyone added. And then it started finding its legs. It's not that hard to start.
It's not.
You're what, 300, almost 300 episodes in?
This will be 280.
280.
Shout out 280, yeah, 280.
Like, that's
great.
fucked.
It's fucked. But it's not hard to start. It's hard to continue. It's hard to keep going.
Well, they say that most podcasts don't make it past like 12 episodes.
Yeah, I heard 10, 12.
10, 12, something like that.
Yeah. People gotta like you too, right? Like, they gotta like...
The tough part is there's no, like, to actually make money podcasting is very fucking hard.
Yeah.
It is very hard because there's not like many companies that are like, oh, we got a big podcast budget. That's where we're going to spend our marketing budget on podcast.
Yeah.
Like influencer marketing, everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows what that is. Podcast marketing, like even me, I'll do, 30 brand deals this month on TikTok and Instagram. And I'll pitch the podcast, which is to sponsor the podcast is like a fraction of what they pay me for a TikTok.
They won't do it.
And clients so like, no, we don't have a budget for that. I'm like, just move it.
Yeah.
Instead of giving me all your money, give it divided in, 95% here, 5% here. They won't do it.
Okay, but question. Because a lot of these reality stars that go on TV, whatever, when they're done their show, majority of the time or while they're even on their show, they're doing a podcast afterwards. Why are they wasting their time if they're not making any money for it? I think it's starting from the ground up without the background that's hard. But these people who are on Dear Media, iHeart, all these different platforms from these reality TV shows have the platform already. And the podcast is a secondary thing.
They're trying to maintain their status. So you go on this reality show, you go from a nobody.
But they're making money for it, or else they wouldn't be doing it.
Well, maybe not directly, right? Some of them might be getting paid a little bit, but it's not like they're making. Look, there's the Call Her Daddies, the Alex Earls, all the Barstool ones, but it's not like they're making big cheddar.
Yeah, but then why? What are they? What else are they doing? Some of them like
they're
look
doing
at
brand deals. Maybe they're investing in random businesses.
Look at Brianna Chicken Fry. Her career.
I can't talk about her again. She's a fucking.
But she started, but now she is, but she started off as a podcaster. What was your career? She had a podcast with her own, then she had the one with Dave Portnoy.
She's also
what was she doing on the side? Yeah.
Listen, I'm a podcaster. I can honestly say, and I say this with full disclosure, I don't watch all my episodes because I live them.
Yeah.
So I live them. So I don't want to rewatch. Like, okay,
I press play so I get the view.
Yeah, fair. But like I lived it. I lived it live. And when I started, I would cut a lot because I would mess up. I would need a break. Now it's like producer Terry, roll, we're done. I barely cut anything now. So I live it. So I don't personally like watch it all. That being said, if the guest is good, if I want to know something about a certain person, I'll sit there and watch 45-hour episode. I don't know Joe Rogan doing 3 hour, like I know he is who he is, but like I'm not watching sitting through a 3.5 hour episode of
100%.
anything. I'm not on a movie. I didn't watch Oppenheimer. At 5 minutes, I fell asleep after Oppenheimer. Sorry, I know it won all these awards.
I didn't watch it either.
But like I saw Albert Einstein, I said that's not Albert Einstein, and I'm like, yo, I'm done. I can't.
Fair enough.
It was either that or Barbie, and I said I'm probably gonna like Oppenheimer more.
Yeah, 100%.
And I didn't even try Barbie, which maybe I'll try one day.
Nah,
but
not
no?
worth it.
So Oppenheimer was better.
I didn't watch Oppenheimer, but Barbie definitely was not
Oppenheimer's
worth
a great
it.
movie. Phenomenal. Sit through it. It's phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal.
That guy kind of freaks.
No, I love
freaks
him
me out a
too.
bit.
I
What's
love
his
him
name?
too.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Peaky Blinders too. Oh, I said
Never saw that.
Peaky Blinders is good.
I watch the same shows: Sopranos, Entourage. I just keep watching them.
bangers.
Yeah.
The Office too, maybe.
The Office.
Yeah.
I did in a season and a half.
Oh, here, there's a good example. So the girls from The Office, right? They two of them started a podcast. I forget their name. I forget which ones. Pam and one of the other girls. They were up here, right? Their careers took off with The Office. The Office ended. Now they're slowly coming back down. They're trying to stay relevant. So they come up with a podcast because, again, it's like Chris said, it's not hard to start. And if you got some
And they have
relationship,
followings already.
yeah, and they've got some following. But to go from a relative nobody, which
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause, like, if you have the following, it's pretty easy to maintain that podcast.
yeah, but again, you're just trying to hold on to that status that you have, right?
Yeah.
Like very few people get famous because of their podcast. It's usually the other way around.
That's
They go
exactly
from
what I'm
fame
saying.
down,
So
yeah.
so that's kind of what happened to me, because I'm not. I don't want to say I'm famous, not famous, but like I've built my brand through the pod. I always made my money just
Gambling, yeah.
gambling and like doing my own thing on the side. Never asked anybody for anything. Never buy my product. Never have. Never will. Thank God I'm blessed in what I do and I make enough money, so I don't need it. But the pod has opened up the doors of the networks. It's actually helped my business in some ways. People call me. Let's monetize this somehow. And like I walk in anywhere I go now. I walk in. No one stops. All day. People love my energy. Him's here. Oh yeah, it's cool. It's Mad Mondays, whatever. So it's actually opened a lot of doors for me. And not even in Toronto, Vegas, New York. I go to New York and I have so many friends in New York now. Like big famous comedians, podcasters. Like, and they respect you a little bit more. A lot of life is now about how many followers you have, but there's a lot more behind it too. It's like, are you a good person? Are you a good podcaster? It's not all about the followers, everybody.
100%.
It's not all about the followers. But it's about who you are and how you interact with these people, right? Like,
No, but even that, a lot of people wouldn't know who you are, like the type of person you are, if they didn't sit down with you and get your undivided attention for an hour, or if you didn't give them, if they didn't give you their undivided attention for an hour and vice versa.
100%.
Right? Like that's how you can meet people. And even now with me and Danny, we always say like one of the coolest parts about this job is, or this hobby, this whatever you want to call it, is that we get to sit down with such cool, interesting people once a week, and we get their undivided attention for an hour, and we get to talk about whatever we want to talk about, whatever comes to mind. Like we've had musicians that we don't talk about music.
Yeah.
Imagine having a musician come on your podcast and you forget to talk about music.
They don't want to talk about any of it.
Because sometimes, like, fuck, we've already did 8 interviews today. The last thing we want to do is talk about the new single.
100%.
And sometimes you have to because, again, it's a job.
It's like building those relationships, though. I was just telling Fal this today because he was on some podcast in Florida last week, and he's like, I don't care what kind of views or what I'm going to use this for marketing wise, but the people I sat down with, I can now go to like South Florida, call someone if I need anything.
Yep.
I have that connection now. I don't have to go through anyone. I've built that connection myself.
A lot.
And it's like anything we've done here. We're meeting people, and like a lot of these relationships we maintain.
I want to take credit for, I think I'm now a very good host. And that.
You are.
Thank you. And I think it's because I create, sometimes people forget that they're even on a podcast or an interview. And I have a great team. Producer Terry and the squad are great. But like people, you get that moment. Like Peter was on and he shed a tear talking about his dad's passing. Those are moments. Like it's good to laugh and joke. I usually have tequila and flowing and shisha and everything. But sometimes you get into those moments where you like, people realize how valuable that, what you're talking about, real conversation is, because we don't do it anymore. It's all about the story. You know how many people, when a plate of food comes out, the first thing they want to do is take a video of it? And they don't even actually want to look at it and like smell it and taste it. They want to just take a video. Oh, I got the video now. I'm going to maybe eat or whatever. Like,
Phones eat first.
phones eat first. Fine. I get it. You know how many times I don't let the phone eat first? When that shit hits the table, I'm going in. I don't go fuck. Everyone can take the videos after. I'll order another one for you so you can take it after. But too much. It's too much. The phone. I love the phone. I make my living off the phone. But it's too much. It's too people are not real anymore.
Oh, because it consumes your whole life.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's tough because I see both sides of it too. Like I see the side where It is building your brand, like, again, you've made a lot of your career from building your brand and building your brand online. I've got, my own little business now that's more than a little business. I've got a team almost. Well, a team. I mean, there's two of them. Shout out to the team.
Yep.
But again, there's also a part where sometimes it's nice to put away the phone and get to know someone one-on-one, because the person you see on the screen is not always the person you meet in real life.
It's like, how do you shut that off, and when do you decide to shut that off? Because you could be going for dinner and this could be great for your vlog. This content could be great for your vlog. But when is that moment where you can actually say, you know what, I'm not filming for the vlog tonight?
Are you asking me personally?
Yeah.
For me, I think it all depends on who I'm with. Like, I went on a date once and I got some clips from it and the video went viral, mega viral. And I'm like, I could do that a lot, but I don't. When I go on a date, I'm there with the purpose of meeting someone. I'm there with the purpose of getting to know someone one-on-one and getting to know who they are as a person, a real life situation. Put the phones away and let's get to know each other. Then there's sometimes I'm like, I'm going out tonight. It's going to be a fun night. Yeah, I want to videotape this shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're going out Thursday. We're going to Earl's, maybe Paris, Texas. We're going to have a little night. I'm going to videotape that.
Yeah.
Because that's a night that I want to not relive again, but I think it would be a fun night to highlight.
Yeah.
If I'm going, on a wholesome like trip with my mother and like we're going to like have like, deep conversations and meaningful shit, then fuck it. Phones go away. Right? Yeah. You can pull it out, take a picture of, the CN Tower if you're whatever. But other than that, sometimes you just want to be in the moment.
I always find it funny. I'm now currently in a long distance relationship. So.
Oh, wow. How long?
Yeah. I mean, it's been 3 months, but it's.
Hey, so it's a big step. Big step.
It's a big step. But I always find it funny when we're not together. It's nonstop texting and whatever. But when you're with her, like the last message I sent her was, she's here now. The last message I sent her was like 4 days ago. And that just shows you the difference. Like, you're actually like talking to her, doing things with her, seeing with her. So you actually experience her, and then you actually forget that you even have that other kind of relationship with her. That texting one that you only see when you're not with her.
Yeah, so my ex was not from here. So we were long distance.
Shout out long distance.
Yeah, so when she was here.
Fuck, I'm tired of them sometimes. Let her go.
Yeah. No, but
I love you. Shout out.
When we were...
Can't say her name. That's nuts.
Can't give her... Can't do a public shout out. No, but if you're watching, just know he loves you.
I do love you.
But yeah, with my ex, like, there'd be times we'd be together. I'm like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I need like 20 minutes on my phone. I got to get some shit done. I got some work stuff. She's like, oh my God, no worries. Like, I'll use the same time too.
Yeah.
And you can do that. And then when you're not together, like, again, when she was back at home, we were texting all day long or FaceTiming or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's funny you mention that, because when mine was here too, like the couple times we were together, there was no phones. It was like, fuck, like one night we went out. We went to Jacob's for dinner, and then we went to Le Banan for drinks after, or Bar Banan. Which one's the one upstairs?
Bar Banan.
Bar Banan's the country I'm from.
No, so the Bar Banan's the cocktail bar upstairs. We went up there. At the end of the night, we're like, we didn't even fucking take a picture. It was her birthday. It was this fucking girl's birthday. We didn't take a picture.
That's good, Rick. That means that's a good relationship.
We took
that's
one
good.
picture at the end of the night when we walked back into my condo. We asked the fucking...
The concierge.
The concierge to take a picture because we didn't get a picture all night.
That's insane.
And that's what you want. That's what you want to be like, fuck yeah, let's forget about the phones. Let's forget about the distractions. Enjoy each other's company, because this might be the last time we see each other for a little while.
100%. That lady, my first date was 4 hours. Didn't look at my phone. 4 hours. First time I met her.
She didn't go to the bathroom?
I mean, she got bowel issues or something. I don't know. No, but even when I looked at her phone, I think I was ordering drinks or something. I was hammered, as always. I find liquid courage helps when you're trying to get to know someone.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
actually, this is a good question. Have you ever gone on a really good sober date?
I can't. I remember last time I was sober, to be honest with you. No. To answer your question, honestly, no. I mean, unless they have a problem.
Like sober first date?
Like someone you're not dating. Like, okay, a first, second, or third sober
I had
date.
one good one.
It was a really good one.
I wouldn't say really good, but it was
Tell
good.
us about it.
Nothing. We actually ended up just hanging out.
Was it too cheap to buy alcohol? What was the vibes?
No, it was a snowstorm. It was. I got really lazy.
Serve alcohol in snow.
Tell us the story.
No, we were supposed to go. I don't even remember what we were supposed to go do. Probably drinks or something. And then something came up, and then we ended up just going on a walk. And I was like, "Kayla, it's gross outside." No,
okay.
Around my neighborhood, and I was like, "Kayla, just go back to my condo."
No, but if you're at like a restaurant, you
we just
can't
hung
not
out.
drink. Like if you're on a walk, that's understandable.
But then we just hung out at my condo because I just didn't want to do anything.
And that was a really, really.
It was a really good day. I went to a second.
him?
He told me he was a vegan. So I ended it after that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Vegans drink? Is that a stupid question?
Vegans do drink.
Yeah.
There's like Tito's and shit.
No, there's a lot of alcohol is vegan friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer your question,
most are better drinking.
Only if they have a problem. And you'd be surprised that, not that I'm not discounting or I don't want to disrespect anybody, but a lot of people actually don't know how to handle their alcohol, so they erase it completely from their life, right? I don't know if I was blessed with a good liver or a good lineage, but I just know when to drink and when not to. I know how that it hurts me bad now more than it does when we used to go out. Like I said that when we started.
Well, it's also like the older we get, we know our limits. Like,
Yeah.
I know my limit, and I know when I'm pushing it, and I know when I'm going over. Sometimes I don't give a fuck, like enough, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna chill right now. Like
In good company is when it's easiest to get, excuse my language, fucked up. When you're in good company and the boys are rolling and the girls are rolling and everyone's having a good time, it is the best time to drink because you don't give a flying, you know what. You just want to have a good time. I don't like to sit there and have a drink on my own and just like, it doesn't do me justice.
no, like people that like have a drink like when they're having dinner by themselves, like for me,
Weirdos.
I'm not even not weirdos. Like I know a lot of women that have a glass of wine before
I would
bed
have a
every night.
glass of wine like when I lived alone, like sometimes at dinner or if I was watching my favorite show or like having a glass of wine before going out.
I don't consider
Like
a glass
getting
of wine.
Glass
ready.
of wine before going out is
Like getting
different,
ready,
yeah.
I'm going for dinner, let me have a glass of wine, then I'm gonna go.
No, like pre-drinking yourself, fine. Fire it up. But to drink to go to bed, I
No.
don't
Like
know.
people
that's
that
not
like
for
they're
me.
watching their favorite reality TV show with a glass of wine in hand and then go to bed after. I think that's weird.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing. Is it, I don't,
Yeah, people do
That's
that.
the thing. I used to do that.
I got a machine called the Bartesian.
A
They
what?
actually wanted to sponsor with me. I'm bad. I need you to help me with my brand deals.
I got you.
They have a machine. It's like an espresso, and they have pods, and like espresso martini pod, margarita pod.
Are they good?
They're mixed drinks. So like you can't just get a tequila soda out of it. It makes you a cosmopolitan. It makes you a margarita, and you just put the pod in. You have your liquor already set up, like they have the bottles. You liquor, gin, tequila, everything. You put the pod in. You press play, and it makes you a whatever cosmopolitan, Long Island iced tea, whatever. So it's easy for me to have a mixed drink at home. I don't do it.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
drink?
Tequila soda.
Tequila soda?
Tequila soda. Or like good shit. Like Ultra. Have you ever tried Class Azul Ultra? It's the black opaque
Yeah.
bottle of Class Azul.
Yeah.
That stuff on the rocks. See you later. It doesn't taste like tequila. It tastes like just good. Just
Okay,
good.
so let me ask you this: warm tequila, warm bar rail, warm like Class Azul, or shitty tequila that's on the rocks, or cold?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm gonna go with the expensive stuff. I don't know why.
Even if it's warm, room temperature warm.
It'll give me a better effect in the end. And it goes down the body. I don't think the body knows if it's cold or warm, does it?
Well,
The
you
throat
taste
does.
it.
I mean, the
It goes
throat
down your
does.
Like
throat.
regardless, the effect's doing the same way either way. You're drinking tequila.
No, I'm not, contrary to what people think, even though we buy a lot of 42 in Clase Azul, Casamigos Reposado on the rocks with soda, for me, is the greatest drink. And it's just the best drink. It's just good. It's clean. Doesn't
But
make
you know what,
heavy.
Casamigos, I feel like it's not cheap anymore. I feel like 2-3 years ago when like Casamigos first started like getting big, I'd go and I'd get like a couple shots of Casamigos Repo and it was like $22.
Yeah.
Now I feel like 2 shots anywhere you go on King West is like $33, $34.
That segues us into the next question, which I'm going to host myself right now. But the status of Canada and the world and the economy and even the States. Shout out Joe. It's Jover. It's Jover. Shadani. Let's go. It's Jover. Kamala's got no chance. Landslide. I'm not either side. I'm just saying landslide.
Yeah,
It's obvious landslide. Fight after getting shot. If I got shot, I'd play dead. I'd play dead because they're gonna keep coming. I'd just go in the corner and play dead.
I would agree with that too. Though if I got shot, I'm fucking running like a little bitch.
Fight is insane from an 80-year-old billionaire. Fight.
Yeah, but it doesn't make. I'm not gonna.
Wow, conspiracy theorist.
No.
But the earshot, since I mean, it's not hard to get an earshot.
Mind you, he moved.
moved.
He moved. Okay, I'm really gonna.
You
get
think
into
it was
this
meant
right
not to
now.
kill him?
There's just what Secret Service will allow him to stand up and get enough view to the public. Who knows? There's no second shooter.
You're saying
Who says
conspiracy
that-
in the sense that they wanted him to die?
No, I don't. I cannot.
She
I
doesn't
could
think
tell
it was
you.
a real shooter.
I could tell you there's 2 sides of it. There's the conspiracy that one party hired this to happen or the other party hired it to happen. Let's just say Trump's party decided to hire them to stage this to get him kind of ahead and switch.
Street cred?
Yes, and switch his campaign around.
He was already ahead though.
Yes, but switch his campaign around against. He still had, when they were going to the polls, I think it was 44-44.
No, after the
ahead.
debate, it switched.
Okay, after the debate. But yes, he wanted to. I think he needed a way to switch it, and the whole Unite America was not part of his initial thing. Make America Great Again was, but it's like he had another way to, like, he had something else to speak upon other than just trashing Biden. Now, but listen, Kate, we're just regardless. If you think about it, what Secret Service would allow him to get enough view to the public and put his hand up like that when there could be another shooter? How also was there a shooter that close to this area? They do a whole sweep of that. Secret Service was on Donald Trump. It's not like he didn't have anyone.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You're blowing a lot of hot smoke, but you're not giving us your version.
I have two. I've looked at every side of this.
I'm with you in the sense that someone obviously fucking orchestrated it.
Someone orchestrated
this kid is not he's not doing it on his own.
He was the worst. Also, he was in high school. He did not make the shooting team.
Listen, I don't want to say something that gets me killed, but BlackRock shorted Donald's stock $360 million. BlackRock, you know BlackRock? And this kid was in a BlackRock ad like 8 years ago. They shorted his stock 3 days before he got shot. They shorted Donald J. Trump's stock. Why would you short his stock when he's about to be president?
I don't know enough about it. I'm not like.
Don't cancel me, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
not
do not cancel me. I have so many conspiracies.
Yeah, I'm not here nor there with this, but that photo will be the photo of the fucking decade.
Yes.
By a
more,
mile.
I think.
But regardless, someone died in this, so that's sad.
I think more than.
Can you name a more iconic photo like in the world history? I don't know. Pope getting shot? Not really. JFK had his brains blown out, and there wasn't really photos.
Yeah, that was pretty iconic.
Muhammad Ali.
It was.
Muhammad Ali one is pretty
Muhammad Ali
epic.
is an all timer. Yeah, like
I don't know what other
we're
photos.
talking Mona Lisa levels, but that's not even a real photo. I mean, it is, but like I was just at the Louvre.
No, you're. It's gonna be arguably one of the biggest, most.
The angle where the American flag is behind him and the blood's dripping out his face.
Convenient.
So you. Well, I mean, she is right in the sense.
And then you see the girl in the
Okay,
background.
another thing too. Why wasn't he gushing blood?
Because it just clipped his ear.
Yeah, but still, there's still something. It just coagulated too quick. Anyways, I have all sides of this. I've been really getting into this weekend.
You know what's really fucked up about the world? There is an underbelly. There's a deep state.
But it's sad that we are questioning this.
Don't cancel us. I'm not.
It was a shooting. It's sad, regardless.
Yeah,
someone died. It is devastating.
Died, yeah.
2 or 3 people died.
Someone died. No, 2 people are in ICU.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's kind of fucked how nobody cares about the shooter. Like the shooter was still like obviously like the shooter's fucked up.
No, yeah.
But he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like yeah. Like the shooter's family, they can't go to the store anymore. They can't go to the grocery store.
No, yeah.
Can't do anything.
They're done. Him doing that. That's the thing. Who made him do it? Who got him to do it? No, seriously. You know?
I love how the segue for this was Casamigos Reposados getting too expensive on King West to talking about the shooters, parents not being able to shop in the grocery store.
This is good conversation. This is what it is. This is what the pause is about.
That's exactly what
back to that. Do you like Canada? Are you going to live here for the rest of your life?
Do you know what's really funny you mentioned this? I was actually just talking about this recently. I'm going to be down in Florida for about 4 to 6 weeks this winter. Not in a row, but I think maybe one like long weekend of the month for the bad months of the year. So like November, December, January, February, March.
You have a place for it there?
Yeah, I got a place in Fort Myers. I'm going to go down for probably 5 days, maybe 5-6 days, once a month, and just get out of the city. You know me, I love Toronto. I used to love Toronto more than anything in this world. Like I have a fucking tattoo for the Raptors when they won. Like, I love this. I used to love a city. Now, between the traffic on the Gardiner, which is just it puts a halt to the city. The fact that I feel like our city and our country is so diverse and so multicultural that we don't have an identity anymore. That our homeless population's insane, our drug population's getting bad, and the cost of living is almost unaffordable. Whereas if you are a 30-year-old making good money, you should be able to afford a home, and you can't in this city anymore. So between all that stuff, I don't align with Toronto anymore, and myself in Canada, I don't align with it as much anymore, and I feel like I won't be here the rest of my life anymore. Maybe Toronto might be a home base because that's where my family is. Yeah. You know, maybe I'll have a home, but I don't see.
Congrats on
brother. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't see myself spending 10, 11 months of the year in Toronto, in Canada.
What about you?
Thank you for asking. No, I love talking about myself too. I'm like you. I don't even care who's in the room. Honestly. No, I thought it was Toronto for life too. But then you travel and you see the world, and I think it still is always going to be Toronto for life. But traveling and like my brother actually moved to Florida. Like he thought about it, and then he thought about it, and he almost did it, and then he actually did it. And he says it's the best thing he ever did, living in Florida. And when I go
He's
and
in
visit
Fort
him,
Lauderdale, right?
he's just outside Parkland.
Yeah.
He's just outside. It's about 45 minutes from Miami, which again, Miami's like, it's too. Everyone goes to Miami. It's too much.
It's a bit too much, I think, to live
It's a
in
bit
Miami.
too much. He lives in a gated community. He's got a baby boy, another boy on the way, living the dream, especially in the winter. In the summer, it's a bit hot and whatever. Other than the fact he misses us, which is his family, I say.
But again, Florida's so close. Florida's a 3-hour flight.
Yeah. Yeah. I frequent Vegas a lot because the gambling and the lifestyle, but it's 5 hours, right? So it's 10 hours, on a weekend trip.
When I used to go to Florida for a weekend, people would be like, how do you go to Florida for the weekend? And I'm like, how do you go to Muskoka for a weekend? Like, it's different.
Well,
Muskoka's so close. I'm like, it's literally, Florida's not much further.
Okay, let's take a step back here and actually be realistic. A 2-hour drive to Muskoka versus 2 hours at the airport and 3 hours on a flight and then 20
Muskoka,
minutes to the thing.
That's if you don't go during rush hour.
No,
Yeah.
I went on Friday.
I got to pick a bone, though.
What?
I pick a bone with the people. Like, I got an uncle. He goes to the airport 5 hours before his flight.
No, I don't go that early.
I went for a 4 o'clock flight to the airport at 3:45 and I made it.
3:45?
Let me tell you something. If you don't check bags and you have your boarding pass and you have
Nexus.
Okay,
Nexus,
15
and you have
minutes is
an
a
Amex,
bit. That's a bit exaggerated. Like that's.
I made it with time to spare. I bought
Okay, but
boost
God
juice for the pilot. I swear to God, he didn't take it because apparently they're not allowed to take anything. You know
I
that?
didn't know that.
Pilot, he's like, whoa. I'm like, what? I got you a drink. Thanks for waiting for me. He's like, I can't take that. And then he's like, yeah, you don't know about the rule. I'm like, yeah, I can't accept anything from anyone because you could have. He's right.
Yeah.
He's
I
right.
didn't know that, but it makes
yeah,
sense.
it's crazy. But no, I pick a bone with the people that show up 5 hours early to flights, even 2 hours, even 1 hour. You need an hour. If you're not checking a bag, you need a fucking
Okay, but the
hour.
state of Pearson Airport, sometimes you need more. I've been there once an hour and 30 minutes
Nexus?
before. I needed my interview.
So the answer is no, she doesn't.
Do you know when you go through customs to interview people, you just sit there, you take a number, you get your interview right away? You know that?
Right there?
Hello. Telling everyone how to work in this world.
Okay, so if
Right
I
after
go to
you the doors,
if I go to the States next week, I can go to the airport and get it.
go early. So you go to the doors, you pick a number. As soon as they call you, there's your interview.
Okay, so next week if we go to New York, I'm getting my
You have an Nexus, right?
Yeah, I got Nexus.
Why doesn't everyone have it?
I don't check bags.
Okay,
ever.
then Mohammed's born in Saudi Arabia. Sorry, I love you guys. I got a friend, Mohammed, born in Saudi Arabia. He probably can't get it. It's just
It's tough for people not born here. Yeah.
Mo Khan. You know Mo Khan.
Yeah.
Never cannot get it. Born in Saudi Arabia, named Mohammed Khan. Can't get it. They tell him like we won't give it to you. I'm sorry. It's just the criteria. You have to be born in Canada and you have to, I don't know, some shit.
Yeah, I know the criteria. You got like being born in Canada is like one of the big things.
Yeah.
But no, I got mine. I'm the same as you. I want to be there 90 minutes max.
Max. If you have lounge access, you go enjoy a couple drinks.
I don't like going to the lounge anymore because all I do is sit there and I eat. I'm not
Yeah.
hungry and I eat.
Yeah.
It's just free. And it's sometimes I haven't had fucking crackers and mortadella in forever. Let me I don't even fucking like crackers and mortadella,
Yeah.
and there I am fucking eating it.
Yeah.
Oh, this chicken's been out there for 6 hours. Yeah, let me fucking try some of that because it looks tasty. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking that.
No, I'm with you
And
there.
they never have Coke Zero, so I end up drinking Diet Coke, which I don't even like.
You're a big Coke Zero guy? I just became a Coke Zero guy.
Big Coke Zero guy.
I didn't know it was that close to real Coke.
It's the best.
And it has no sugar and no caffeine.
Nothing.
But as aspartame.
Who cares?
it's just like Diet
0
Coke.
calories.
So explain to me the
Whatever.
difference.
I like Diet Coke. People used to say, I'm going to drink Coke because, there's sugar, but there's no aspartame. Aspartame gives you cancer, blah, blah, blah. So to this day, anyone who's ever told me that, and you're drinking a Coke Zero, I'll put it right back in you because it's the same amount.
What's the difference between Coke Zero and Diet Coke?
Diet Coke. That's a different formula.
Different formula.
Coke
different
Zero
taste.
actually tastes like Coke.
Diet Coke
Whereas
tastes like Diet Coke.
tastes different.
They 100% taste different.
But I love Diet Coke.
But
Some people like the taste of Diet Coke. Like she's not alone.
did you see that TikTok where the guy said all this shit about it's not healthy for you? He said you would have to consume like 80 cans of Coke for it to actually affect you.
Yes.
You see that TikTok?
But guess what? We're like, there's so much in this world that we're doing that's bad for us. Like, that's the one thing that's not going to kill me. And if it does, like, I'm glad I'm enjoying it.
I'm from the school of like my dad never gets sick. My dad, 7 years old. Shout out Dom. 70 years old in August 8th. He never got COVID. He never gets sick. Why? He grew up back in Lebanon. Shout out Lebanon. Fruits from the garden, lamb. They grow it, they cattle, they shoot it, they kill it, they bring it to the thing, they cut it. They live like real lives. Mediterranean diet is unbelievable. Look at me. I'm a fat sack of shit. But I'm fucking happy.
gluten intolerant people don't like that. Doesn't exist in Europe.
No, it's
Or what's
insane.
if you're gluten intolerant, you are
They're
celiac.
Yeah, but you don't, not all gluten intolerant or celiac.
But even
Celiac
like their
includes-
bread,
Like
their bread
they
is
have
real
a lot,
bread.
A lot of
We douse our bread in
diseases that we have in
sugar.
North America, they don't have in Europe because
Well,
again,
no,
they
because
live
it's a lot of like
differently.
the pesticides and everything
Yeah.
they're putting inside, like to grow the vegetables, because we
Like,
can't
you go
here.
get cold cuts in Italy or in Europe compared to cold cuts here.
It's night and day.
Night
No,
and
but we're fucked. But it's done on purpose because then we go to the doctor and the doctor gives you more. It's all drugs. It's all drugs.
It's a
Shout out
chain
doctors.
reaction.
Well, anyways, I don't want to live till I'm 90 and wrinkly. Give me 80, 85. I'm not trying to be 95, 100. I'm not.
Chris, what do you like? What do you want to? What's the goal for you? Like, I know you have your sports betting business. You got a bunch of other things you get involved in. You do content. Like, what's your goal? What do you want to do?
Fuck you money.
You want fuck you money?
Yeah.
How do you want to get there though?
I
Like,
say fuck you right now, but I don't have fuck you money. There's a
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
I have, thank God I'm blessed, but I don't have fuck you money yet.
Yeah.
I still say fuck you because I manifest, big manifest guy. But I actually want to see the people around me all good. That's like, there's a lot of jealousy in this world. I don't like that. I like to see everyone around me do good. If I don't like you, I don't want you to do good. If I don't like you, I don't want you to do good. Hear me out. I'm a bad person, but if I don't like you, there's a good reason I don't like you. Either you're cheap or you're jealous yourself. So if I don't like you, I don't want to see you do good. Even though God says love everyone, love your whatever. Jesus said love your neighbor, love your enemy, whatever. That's a bit much, Jesus. We're 2,000 years after you. Let's adjust a bit. Let's adjust a bit. The good people in this world deserve greatness. Not about money. It's not about money, but it's just healthy and happy and yeah.
So let me ask you this: what motivates you more, to see your friends do well or to see your enemies do well?
No, he just said he doesn't want to see his enemies do well.
So, but what motivates you more, when your enemies do well or your friends do well?
It's a good question. What motivates me more, when my enemies do well or my friends do well? My enemies,
Right.
So
So subconsciously, you want your enemies.
Makes
to
me
do
wanna
well
work
'cause they're
harder,
fucking like when I see like one of my competitors or someone I don't like doing well, I'm like, fuck, I need to get on my horse and I need to fucking go.
Yep.
When I see my friends do well, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah.
Man, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kill it. Keep doing you.
It's a good question. Yeah, enemies, because it makes you work harder.
So-
It's not really about them. It's about you. But something has to motivate you,
Yeah.
right? Someone.
So what do you
has
say?
to-
What motivates you right now, currently?
Man, see my brothers get married, have kids, live in that secondary life phase of life. It makes you want to it realizes I have a better lifestyle than them now. Let's just be honest. Kids wake up at 5 a.m. and they don't have sleep. And
Or you're going to bed?
yeah, Uncle Chris comes in, Christian's waking up, Dominic's waking up. It's a fucking mess. And sometimes they wake me up and I realize that I maybe don't want kids yet. But then you look at them when they're cute and whatever. You're like, yeah, that's a nice stage of life. Also, my dad, great-grandfather, legend. Oh, I know Frank probably is. Elaine, their great-grandparents. So you realize that life's a cycle. And what motivates me to get to that next stage, because this stage now, I'm 32, and that, call it 20 to 30, I wasn't good in high school. I wasn't. I was my hair started, I started thinning my hair, and I was fat. I didn't know how to operate in the world. And I was a loser. I didn't know how to talk to a girl. I was not a good high school guy. You were probably a great high school guy. Yeah. No, honestly, right? But the last phase, 10 years from 15, 16 Jays games to now, crazy. Made up for it and then some, right? Just by talking, personality. I'm good looking, but I'm not.
You came into your own.
Right? I found my niche. Also made great networking partnerships with everybody in the city and even outside. So now it's okay, you've seen the money. I spent a lot of stupid money, a lot of stupid shit, a lot of nice clothes, a lot of nice cars, a lot of whatever. That's all been done, right? Maybe get a nice house and then a nice wife and some kids, some bambinos, and then, the glory years with our family. Just, I want to stay healthy. I've put a beating to my body. I want to stay healthy.
We all have.
I want to stay happy. I want to stay healthy because I'm afraid of dying. Probably that's probably your next question. What makes me scared? Dying. I get scared of dying. When I sleep, I don't like sleeping. You see me on Instagram and stuff. I drink till 5, wake up at 8. I don't like sleeping because I get scared of doing nothing. So I don't want to die. I don't.
Fuck. Well said. Well said. That's interesting. I've never heard someone say they hate sleep because they're scared of dying.
What happens when you die? Heaven?
I believe in a higher power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
right?
not heaven, but I believe in some sort of higher power.
Right?
I don't know if it's heaven and hell, black and white, but I believe in some.
You don't know and you never know. It's the craziest thing God ever did. You don't know. There's no way to know. All those people that say they died and came back, it's not real. It can't be.
I agree with that.
It's just bullshit.
Danny, to you, what motivates you?
Not today. I don't know.
Think.
Okay, well, it's just going to be really blank right now because I really don't know right now.
I've been a girl. Honestly.
Danny's bad at on the spot questions.
I know.
This is the
He's
second episode, right?
Well, because I'm thinking about higher power in heaven right now, and then you're sitting there asking me this question.
Well, I mean, that's what took him. That's the same question that led him to the higher power comment. But like, what motivates you? Like, what metaphorically gets your dick hard in the morning?
I don't know. I think just I want to like achieve my goals right now, so I'm just trying to get there.
Okay.
But like I don't really have something that like fucking pushes me to the edge. And like I would definitely for me not say that like my enemy's doing well or bad. Like I just wish well.
I feel like you're too nice for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a hippie. Like you're just
Not at all. Not at all.
No,
like you
she's
just
not.
want to see everyone do good.
No, like I wish the best on my enemies and like the people who have been even like they're not in my life right now. Like I hope they actually are succeeding and happy. Yeah. But I think
that's
for
a
me,
very positive outlook.
I think for me, my biggest thing, what like motivates me is actually probably like my mom and then like my family.
Shout out mom. Shout out to fam.
And like my sister, she pushes me to my fucking limit, but it's for the better of me.
That's fair.
So I think that maybe that's my answer.
That's good.
How about you?
For me, it's self-worth. I always want to know what is the maximum capabilities of my mind, my body, my soul, everything. How far can I go? What can I do? And what can I not do?
You ever feel invincible?
Are you fucking kidding? All the time.
Right? Like you
Some days I'm just like, I can't miss.
Yeah.
And then other days I'm like, fuck, man, I cannot sink this basket.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man, I couldn't score a goal if the fucking net was wide open, 2 feet in front of me. I'd kick it backwards.
But do you know when it's like not your day and you just turn around, walk home, and call it a day?
No, are you kidding?
Yeah,
Never.
I do.
The days that aren't my day are the days I work even harder.
Really?
Well, I
Fucking
feel like
right.
the days too, I feel like there can be one part of the day that you're literally like I'm literally sinking to the bottom, but there's one moment that can flip it in 2 seconds.
So you ready? If someone took
And I want to flip that in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If I can, find that moment throughout the day, even if it's at 9 p.m.
I get you. That's good.
there's the quote about the time in a day, and it's just like if someone took $10 from you and you had I don't know $2,400, would you let it ruin your bank account if you lost $10? But it's like no, because okay, if you had 10 minutes of a bad day, are you gonna throw away the rest of the day? No. If I'm having a bad day, and I've told this on the pod before, there's some days I get to work and I'm having a miserable day. I just can't fucking get shit together. I'll go to the gym in the middle of the day. Put my phone on like do not disturb or something. Go to the gym, get back to me, get something that I know I can fucking win at every day. Some days I get to the gym, I'm like, ooh, I'm having the worst day. I'm gonna take it out on these weights. Boom, good day at work. Back to the office, get my shit done.
Love that.
And there's some days it's like, hey, you don't even. You get to the end of the day and you're like, fuck, I lost this day, but I fucking tried and I did as many different things as I can to try and get that little W.
I do the same in sports betting. Some days
It's like Lou Will. Remember Lou Williams back in the day? The guy would miss 20 fucking threes in the first half. Second half, he's still pulling up from half court.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, how did you get into sports betting?
I feel like this question should have came up a lot earlier.
Yeah, I know, but
A lot of 45.
Yeah, we're good.
A lot of people ask me this, and I feel like I've answered a lot on the pod. My uncle took me to his convenience store when I was 8 years old, in New Brunswick.
Shout out New Brunswick.
Shout out New Brunswick. Going on August 1st.
Honestly, I love when people point at the camera for the shout outs.
yeah,
It's like everybody knows to do it.
Natural
And now just
instinct.
shout out to the
I
New
don't think
Brunswick.
anybody shouts out more than me in the pod. I don't know if you remember, 15, 20 shout outs at least. Like random, don't make any sense. Shout out, no, man, not making sense. Like one of those. Okay? So my uncle, who's a degenerate gambler, took me to a convenience store when I was 8. I was 8 years old. And he said, pick some teams, Chris. I said, what do you mean? He said, pick some teams. We went home. We watched every single game. Won the first 6. Was a parlay. You know what parlay is? Mm-hmm. Won the first 6. Lost the 7th. Lost the 8th. I was hooked. Next day, we went back. Summertime. It was summertime.
I have so many questions.
We walked back to the store. Dollar bet. This and that. Dollar to win like to 1,800, 1,700. We lost again. I was hooked. I was just hooked. And we kept doing it all summer. Went back to school. I was like, school sucks. This is boring. And I was like, I was literally in like grade 2, grade 3. Like, I was literally just, he was like, picking Indians, like, I was just, and then you just started, and then I paid this guy off at the convenience store up the street from me, because I was like, yo, I'm 15, but my mom's old enough. So, like, let's say I come in and give you the ticket. She's in the car. Is that okay? He's like, yeah, no problem. Asian guy. I gave him a couple bucks. He let me start betting. I would go in, ride my bike, start betting. Underage, betting. And I made all my mistakes with $2, $1. I used to go in my dad's little closet, steal his pennies, take it, make a dime, make 2 dimes, $2. Learn, losing everything. I was losing, like it was my day job. I was like, I know I'm gonna lose. Let's do it again. And then you start to make real money in real life. Like you start to make, like I started to put together real money. I made some good investments, a little help from dad, mom, whatever, balances or whatever, like allowances. And then by the time I was like 18, I knew the business inside and out. I knew the business inside and out when I actually was legal. And then the rest is history. 15 years of not greatness because ups and downs, but now I would argue, and I don't think anyone can argue this with me, that I know more about sports betting than anybody on planet Earth because it's the only thing I've ever done. And I'm very smart actually too. Like not book smart because I liked high school. I went to Appleby College. I went to the preppy. I was boarding. I just actually went by there today. Crazy how much has changed. So they put all the tuition money to good use. But $50,000 a year. That's in 2010, 2009. So it's probably 70, 80 now. But yeah, never was a school guy and just loved it. Monetized the business a bit. Learned how to be a consultant a little bit. Help other people do it. Take a little piece of their pie. Made some good partners. Parlayed that into good real estate. Not fuck you money yet, but on the way.
So do you watch every game or sport that you bet on?
No.
Okay, so you're so you don't.
I come from I come from the school of do the work before so that it doesn't matter what happens during the game. So like I do all the work before so that I don't need to watch it. Right? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, because I just feel like this is completely different. But like when you're doing like your fantasy shit, you do it to watch the game.
Fantasy's different because they need to know the player.
You need to watch the game, or if you're, or like at the cottage when people are betting on Euro Cup right now. Like again, they're not doing this to like your level,
yeah.
But they are, because they put money on the game. They need to watch every single second of the game because they know that they have something riding on it. It's a different level though, so I think that's why
there's some
maybe
people that bet socially because it makes sports more enjoyable, and that's what fantasy football is. When you play fantasy football, it makes Sundays so much more fun because you got the Cleveland Browns playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One team's 6-7, the other team's 4-8, and you could care two fucks about this. But you got Baker Mayfield going up against Amari Cooper, and this is for second place in the league to get that bye to head into the playoffs. You're watching that game. And then some days you're like, oh, fuck, I got this game. Like, I'll go to Stairmaster at the gym. I'll be on the Stairmaster. I got 3 games in front of me, and I got the 4th game on my phone because I got all players in these games. It makes Sundays so much fun.
12 TVs in my sports den because I want to see what's happening and what's also not, what's coming up. So I got 8 games going plus 4 games coming. And it's a fucking mental warfare.
Okay. So there's also so much negative connotation between people gambling and the addictions around it. How do you...
Is there?
It's just the elephant in the room. No, but how do you get yourself to stop? Or do you?
I don't. I work every day.
No, but like, do you have a limit of like what you're doing? Because like,
see, here's the difference.
You could lose it all.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Just bankroll management. You just have to. I win 65-70% of the time. So you just do the numbers. You bet $100 a game. You win 7 out of 10. Your net profit is like $300-400 every 10 games. Doesn't always go those numbers, but that's what I'm saying. Like I win at a rate that is above and beyond everyone else. That's just it's my.
What's the most ridiculous game you've ever bet on? What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever bet on?
Women's handball. or electric dog racing. Like you literally bet on it and there's fake dogs. Yeah, fake dogs, and you bet on which one's gonna come first. Yeah, that's crazy. When I get really bored,
where do you even find these fucking things?
Like Bet365 and stuff. Like everyone offers it now. Like you can bet on Oscars. You can bet on
you can bet presidential election. It's shit like that.
Dog racing is probably the most degenerate you can get.
Electric dog racing.
Electric dog racing, yeah. And it's just there's a predetermined outcome, and you just pick.
What's your favorite game you've ever bet on?
I'll give you my worst first. Tom Brady, 28-3, cost me when he came back for the Falcons, and I
think I remember this because this was the year after we spent one of the Super Bowls together. I think we spent at your house, your parents' house. I think it was the Panthers versus the Broncos. The year.
You guys came to that. That was a good one. That was a good one.
But there was one. I think it was. So that might have been the next year where you were like celebrating at halftime.
Yeah.
Man's posting everything. We fucking got this lock.
Yeah.
And then boom, radio silence for the next 6 days.
Yeah. No, I had a girl there that I really liked, and I said, you know what? I was young, and everything was going good. We were celebrating, and then they lost, and she knew I lost a lot of money, and I never talked to her again. Straight up, it was like it
was her fault.
She's like, I can't be with a guy that is that crazy. Like I was like, okay, it was like a serious thing. I was serious with her. Anyways,
What's serious? Like 2-3 months or 4-5?
Like, no, I thought I would like maybe like marry this girl.
Okay.
Like I was like I don't know why I thought bring her to the Super Bowl, because especially with the amount of money I had on the game. But come on, 28-3, never again. We'll see.
Yeah,
that in
but if
our
she
lives.
couldn't make it past there, you weren't gonna.
Well, no,
last.
like it was like if someone died. It was like a funeral in there at the end, because I direct everyone else what to do. So not only me losing a lot, but my
Everybody
brothers,
else.
my cousins, my
And
friends.
it's not like you just lost it. You were technically up
way.
it. You were up it.
The way.
28-3 is unheard of.
Nowadays with betting now, like if a team gets that far ahead, like Bet365, they offer early payout. You would have already won the bet. Like you would have already won the bet. So like you could have been celebrating. But that was my worst. That almost made me reconsider my whole life, because it was life changing money. My best moment was I don't know. I've had a lot of good ones.
Yeah, but pick one.
I've had a lot of good ones. Actually, the most money I ever made on one game was soccer. Was Bayern Munich. Remember Mario Gomez? You don't remember Mario
I'm not a
Gomez?
soccer guy, really.
Anyways, Bayern Munich. It was my birthday, actually, April 22nd, 2007. 2007. So that's 17 years ago. I made $380,000 in one game. Now that's nothing, but back then that was my like, whoa, let's go. It was crazy. And I got arrested the same day, actually. Fun fact.
For what?
Totally different reasons than like I didn't celebrate so hard that I got arrested, but I got arrested for attempted rape.
What?
And I didn't do it. It was a total throw. Like, it had nothing to do with me. It was a misidentification or something like that. They got it on security camera. They saw someone looked at me, and went in, and it got thrown out right away. Like my lawyer called and said, "Yeah, this is the wrong." But I went in the interrogation room. He grilled me. Everything. It was nuts. Same day so I went from this high to this. Like, am I gonna like make it, Pat? Like, am I gonna? No, it's true story. My dad's like, "What the?" I'm like, "Dad, I don't know what's going on, but you got to take me to the police station. I'm under arrest." The cop called me. I called my cousin who's a cop. I'm like, "Yo, can you check this out? Is this real? Am I going for a trap?" He's like, "No, that cop's real. You got to go." I called my lawyer. He's like, "Can let me find out?" Lawyer's like, "Yeah, you just got to go say this, and then we'll figure it out." And yeah, I was under arrest. I didn't stay at night in jail. They let me go, but yeah, highs and lows, baby.
That's
Highs and
great.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, Chris.
That's a turn we didn't like.
Yeah, I got a story. I should make a movie one day, but we'll see. Can you get me paid? I gotta get paid here and there on some stuff. I'll make me famous. Netflix special, something maybe. I don't know.
What would you do if you weren't betting right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I see the jobs out there and they fucking suck. I see my friends go 9 to 5s, and Mo's in New York. He's right hand man with JB Diamond. Shout out Mo. Shout out Lil Mo too, famous comedian. But Mo Khan, the guy works 18 hours a day. He's always on a plane. He's always moving. God bless him. He makes tons of money. But I couldn't do that life. I could not be an office guy. So I don't know what I would do. I'd probably property manage some buildings or do some Airbnb. I do that now anyway, but like something entrepreneurial, right? But betting is so much fun. Oh, I love losing because it makes me want to go again and go harder. It's not. I'm built for it. I love it. I don't love gambling, to be honest with you. I don't love going to the casino. I think it's all built for you to lose, which it is.
Okay, so when you go to Vegas, like, what do you do?
No, I gamble, but like we do it. I do it to enjoy the free trips and the free stays, and there's a vibe in a casino. The vibe of the casino is better than the actual betting. The vibe, the lights always on, no clocks.
I know, I love it.
Right?
And there's always people in there.
There's always.
And the nice of the, because he doesn't stay at cheap hotels. He's always at Winning Encore.
I know.
Like,
I just
always.
stayed there a month ago.
Yeah, so he's always fucking staying
Shout
at
out my
the
host.
nicest ones.
Yeah.
He's not slumming it out like some of us.
No, but I love the people that are always smiling at the casino, win, lose, or draw. The people that come to the table and are sad and mad when you 7 out in craps or when you don't get a number in roulette. It's like, why are you there if you're going to get so happy and mad? Get a little bit this, a little bit that, but understand where you are. Understand what you're in. You're in a fucking...
Well, no, because some people are also taking their money that they can't actually be spending. My mom always said and taught me, if you can't risk losing it, don't spend it.
Yep.
I'm the same way as your
So
mom.
it's like if I'm not okay with like using that money, then like that's
I'm
fine.
of the way, look, if I'm going to go to a casino and I'm going to be there for 3 hours, okay. If I wasn't here, where would I be? I'd be at a nightclub or I'd be at a bar. I would spend X amount of dollars here. That's what I'm going to spend at the casino.
Because that's and you're prepared to lose
Because
that there.
again, that's what you're paying to have fun.
Yeah.
Anything you do in life, you got to pay to play.
Yep.
Okay, so if I go to a nightclub, I'm going to get a bottle. It's going to be whatever, X amount of dollars. Okay, so I'm not going to the nightclub today. We're going to the casino. Okay, I'm going to gamble this much.
good.
When that money's gone, I'm done.
That's
Game
good
over.
financial literacy. It is. Yeah. Casinos, if you can handle it, are great because you go, you have a good time, you shoot your shit with your friends. But you see those people that come in there thinking they're actually gonna beat the casino, and they ruin your vibe and they ruin their own life. It's just like No,
It's
I
not
love.
worth it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
love.
my favorite part about Vegas though is walking through the different casinos and seeing the different type of people in the casinos.
It's night and day. You go to the Wynn, you go to the Flamingo. It's
No, but it's terrifying.
It's nuts.
But it's like
Well, some casinos, like, you ever go to the casinos here? There's people like oxygen tanks, like, there's no life left in some. You go to the Wynn and Encore, you're like, okay, fuck yeah, I kind of want to gamble too now.
I don't even feel like those places. Those places are built so well, and the service. They know, Mr. I don't go there a lot. I go there 3-4 times a year, but Mr. Soffee will come back. Like, just the pit bosses. How's your family? How's your grandmother? You brought her one trip. How's your, like, the service,
hospitality.
the hospitality.
Yeah.
is second to none. Best hospitality in the world in Las Vegas, and especially at the Wynn. Crazy. I wore the ugliest socks today with the nicest shoes.
Chris, we are nearing that time. I want to ask you though, what's the rest of the year look like for you?
What are we in? July?
We're halfway
Crazy.
through the year.
Summer's
Basically.
almost gone.
Don't say that. It's just starting. I have so much left to do.
I know. I can't wait for football season to start. That's when I get back on there with a couple $1 Million Mondays. Hopefully, we'll celebrate at Mademoiselle. We'll do that. I'm back. I know everyone misses me in the city. I've been traveling a lot. Just came from Europe. Summer's slow season, baseball season. So I slow down now. September.
You
I'll
don't like
pick,
baseball?
Fucking hate baseball.
Really? Not aligned.
I've never been more bored in my life.
Not aligned.
I was in front of Aaron Judge row one. I was like, this is so boring. Aaron Judge is
No.
looking at me trying. It is the most boring thing in the world.
Not at all.
Okay, when we used to go,
So, but
when they were in the playoffs,
Daddy, time out. How many baseball games do you watch a year?
Okay, maybe not so much anymore, but I also worked for the Jays, so I was at
Okay, so
for one
bias.
season.
obviously biased.
Yeah, well, so I worked, but it made me fall in love with the sport. Now I can't watch every single game.
It's America's game. There's
but
some like
I don't
playoff
hate
baseball.
it.
I fuck with when Jays have the
Yes.
playoff runs. Bat flip. We talked
That's when
about
I was
some
working.
line.
I was working for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
lit, great energy, great. That was amazing. But day to day,
You
I
can't
just I
compare.
think
You
there's
can't
too
compare.
many. There's
yeah,
too many games.
You can't compare a Leafs home game versus a Jays home
Okay,
game.
Yeah.
sorry.
Raptors
One
home
last
game.
question before we wrap this up. Do you have like favorite sports teams? And does that affect your
Yeah.
betting?
yeah, no. Again,
Like if your favorite team is in the playoffs and they
No,
are
I
looking
bet
to
against
lose,
them.
you bet against them.
100%. Because they're not going to pay.
Would you do that?
I try
Like he
not
does it
to
for
bet.
a career, so it's
So
different.
yeah,
but
I don't bet against my team. It's bad juju for me.
I went to Game 7 Leafs Bruins this year.
you bet against them.
For the juju, I bet, this might sound crazy, 10 grand only on the Leafs because I'm flying there and I want to see my team win. And they weren't there. It was a toss up. It wasn't a good bet or a bad bet. It was a toss up. So, but normally I'm betting 100, 200. That's my limit. So yeah, for me, it's a business. People forget that. People always come out to, what are you taking? It's like, this is my business. It's like you asking you, like, how do I build this building? Or can you do it for me for half price? People have to understand I do this for a living. Technically, I have no other way to make money. So don't ask me my secrets. It's a message for everybody. It's what I do for a living. So, hey, do you like this parlay? Like, no. Parlays are the devil. That's how you lose all your money. You're always going to be a losing sports bettor if you think that way. And that's how most people think. So it's my business and sports betting is, no, I have favorite Packer fan. I'm a Packer fan. Shout out Jordan Love. Shout out Aaron Rodgers. I'm a Packer fan through and through. I have a shrine at home. Yeah, I have a shrine. I love them. Cheesehead. I have a cheesehead. So I love the Leafs. Love the Raptors. I love wrestling. WWE. I grew up on that shit. Love that. It's kind of shit now, but love that shit. I have passions, but no, when it comes to business, making money is number one. Rest of the year, let's have some fun. Let's go out a couple times. I know we've been trying to do this.
Mad Mondays, we're gonna do it.
I should be going out tonight. I should be going to Mad Monday. I'm in the city.
No,
Great.
we've already decided we're canceling this. You got to go on.
Yeah, I
you
know.
gotta
You're
get
not
on a
ready
plane.
for it, even if I told you to.
We would have rallied.
It might have to be
Yeah.
mentally ready. Yeah, you could
okay,
rally.
we're mentally ready. So we're gonna find a Monday that works.
Yep.
When the schedule.
Maybe next Monday.
I could do next Monday.
Maybe next Monday.
I can potentially do next Monday.
Yeah, I'm taking a flight. I'll be back Thursday. We'll fire it up on the
All
weekend.
right.
Done. Deal. Yeah. Just stay healthy, Rick. Stay happy. More episodes. I've been slow on Zibod. So I know Zibod, the fans and everyone's kind of wondering. I'm taking it out. I'm traveling a bit. I'm enjoying my life, right? Like I'm not in a rush, but yeah, keep more pods. Let's live more. I gotta lose some weight. If you have any tips,
I got you.
I know everyone's coming with their own keto and this and keto, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever, like all this shit, like just Ozempic, maybe a couple jabs. I don't know, whatever. You got some tips? Get in these DMs. I'll forward them to me. Honestly, I love talking. This is great. I love this. I love this.
You are one of the most entertaining people I've met. I know and I've met, and you've got stories
Very
for
interesting.
days.
Isn't it?
And Chris, you go, and sometimes I'm like, I can't tell if he's being serious or not, but fuck, I'm here for the story. I'm here for the story.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, buddy. It's good to have you back on.
Thanks for
Good
having
to have
me.
you on. Good
Yeah.
to see you. If people want to find out more about you, sports betting, what you're doing, how you're living, and everything, where can they go? How can they find you?
The gram is the easiest one. I'm public on both Zbodcast at Zbodcast. We'll put that in there. And Let Profit is my personal IG. So that's where you kind of see me day to day living. I have a TikTok girl because your TikTok kind of made me think like I need a TikTok girl. So I have a girl that just kind of throws my life on there because I can't really. I'm too lazy.
You need your own Jess.
I need a Jess.
You need your own Jess.
I need a Jess. Get me a Jess. Jess is a sister?
Jess
is a sister or no?
We don't share.
I
Jess
need
is
it.
mine. Jess is mine. I went through enough.
Jess
I
quit
went through enough-
PWC for you, so she better be real.
Jess is my girl.
Okay, shout out Jess. Give me a Jess.
Shout out Jess.
Yeah.
They don't see that.
Yeah, tell them to take down the building. They're blocking my view of the city. Anyways, honestly, if you want to find me, you'll find me. Put it that way. I'm everywhere. I'm always around. You know.
I love
so
that.
let's do some TikToks together, though.
We'll figure it out. Dan, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
If you made it to the end of this, we appreciate you guys. Give Chris a follow, give Danny a follow, give myself a follow. And we will see you guys next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You like to drink and to smoke to take away the pain. And I don't remember all of my mistakes and every high got alone with no one.